The Queen ignored a request from Novak Djokovic's father to protect his rights after he was deported from Australia earlier this year. Queen Elizabeth II ignored a request from Novak Djokovic's father to get involved and help the Serb play at the Australian Open in spite of his vaccination status earlier this year. Her Majesty was known to be a huge fan of sport, particularly with regards to horse racing, prior to her death last Thursday that has seen Britain enter into a period of national mourning. She never appeared to be a devoted follower of tennis, though, and only appeared at Wimbledon on a handful of occasions over the course of her 70-year reign. Her apparent lack of interest did not stop her from being dragged into a controversial off-court saga involving Djokovic back in January, with the 35-year-old's father asking the Queen to step in and allow his son to play at the first Grand Slam of the new year. Djokovic was banned from competing at the Australian Open as a result of his refusal to get vaccinated against COVID-19, with the Serb being unceremoniously deported from Melbourne on the eve of the tournament. His father went on to call for the Queen, as the leader of the Commonwealth, to protect Djokovic's rights by giving him special dispensation to play in spite of his failure to meet Australia's entry requirements. I call on the Queen of Britain, Elizabeth, the leader of the Commonwealth, to intervene and protect the human rights of my son Novak Djokovic and to stop the political prosecution that has been carried out against him since he came to Australia, said Djokovic's father at the time. The Queen was understood to have ignored the request, though, with Djokovic eventually being defeated by the Australian government in his efforts to compete in Melbourne. He was subsequently handed a 3-year ban on visiting the country before returning to action at the French Open, where he was knocked out in the quarter-finals by Rafael Nadal. Meanwhile, a number of prominent figures in the world of tennis have paid tribute to the Queen following the news of her death, which broke on Thursday evening after a sharp decline in her health that morning. Andy Murray, who was knighted by the royal family after winning Olympic gold in 2012 and 2016, reflected on Her Majesty's life earlier this week ahead of Great Britain's opening Davis Cup match on Wednesday.